the Flavian Christians
Yeah.
that you're talking about may not have even been aware of this Jewish guy who supposedly was named Jesus Christ. They would have been focused on the imperial Christ that you're.
Absolutely.
They wouldn't even have known.
Of course. I mean,
So the Judaizing effort doesn't come in until the 2nd century, which is what I'm.
right, and
what
that's
I'm
why it's so
saying.
interesting that the Catholic Church then claims them as saints.
Why
Because-
did the Catholic Church
Claim them.
go for? Why did they claim them? Well, because that's as early as they can get with Christianity, huh?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, and they were big time saints like Neros and Achelous, where they had the diocese, first
I
diocese
see.
churches. You know?
So their Christ would be Titus, or some hybrid historical, quasi-historical figure. Their Christ would be that, and then you don't find the Judaizing effort until later in the 2nd century.
That's how I think that's very logical.
Well, I absolutely agree that it was not Judaized until after Marcion. So the early Roman Christianity of the 1st century would be focused on this Titus figure. Okay, so what you would seem to have then is in Antioch, for example, Syria, you have some kind of Gnosticizing effort going on with their salvation cultist figure. You have the Samaritans with their Joshua figure. You have the Egyptians with their various god figures, including Serapis, of course. You have Greeks are attaching themselves to Serapis at that point. Let's see, you would have, well, Marcion is part of the, that's later on, he's part of the Syrian effort. But in Rome, you have this imperial cult with the messianic figure as Titus. That actually makes a bit of sense because then all of those other efforts, the Egyptian, the Syrian, the Judean Messiah is the one we're still kind of missing. It's still to be fulfilled in there. But the Samaritans have their salvation cult, the Joshua cult is going on, and I think that's reflected in the Dead Sea Scrolls as well. And so you have those factions going on, and they're all streaming together into the 2nd century, bringing it over really kind of towards Alexandria. And then, at that point, the one that has the most amount of historicity would be the Titus figure, right? So you would have these Gnostic salvation cults, all these different streams, but the only one that could be placed in history would be the one with this typology, this Titus typology. And so then at that point, that figure takes on the Egyptian parallels and the Krishna parallels and then becomes Judaized. That's what it looks like to me. So that by the end of the 2nd century, ploof, we have Jesus Christ.
That was an amazing statement, and I mean, I'm in awe. You're the only person in the world that could have done that.
You are the only one who understands it that well.
Because
Honest
you
to
just
God.
tied together
Honest to
about
This is
7
weird.
or 8 streams. I don't know how your brain
Honest
didn't,
to God.
didn't like start
Honest
putting
to God.
smoke out. But that was absolutely freaking spectacular. I hope the camera
Oh,
caught
that was
Of
good.
course.
Yeah, that was
it.
fun.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was fun on my perspective, too.
That was great because I
Oh,
saw
wow.
you just putting it together in
That
real
was
time.
absolutely
On the
correct.
puzzle, put it
Real time,
together,
she's
huh?
putting it together.
I
Holy
couldn't do that if it was.
That was
That was
awesome.
fun. You know, that was percolating. That was
Your
fun.
computer was working
I
real
couldn't
good.
do that if you'd give it to me as a script to read. I would have gotten lost
Oh,
halfway
that
through.
was
God,
beautiful.
And you
Yeah.
didn't repeat it either.
No, don't ask her to repeat it.
All right,
It's
take
just-
two.
It's impossible. It's just impossible. That was like blending. How she could do that? How you keep that
Hey,
straight?
we're getting all the good stuff now. We can't stop now. We gotta keep going.
Oh, no,
That was good. That was good.
wild.
That was really
That
good.
was absolutely wild. Oh,
All right,
man.
Joe, just wove you in there. You
That's
just made it
probably-
into
Yeah.
history.
Probably because that's actually. I was thinking about it. I was going, God, that's probably what's freaking have them.
Yeah.
That's actually.
what I'm thinking.
We
kinda-
should have a camera on Joe.
No, that's really amazing. I was
Both of these.
because when you were saying it, I was seeing. My mind was actually seeing. I was actually seeing
Can I use that?
all that motion through history. That was
have
just
to
that was
light 'em,
better
though.
than like a movie.
light 'em.
You know,
It's like an
yeah.
acid trip, man.
Yeah, that's what it was like.
That light there.
I was going, God, is that what happened?
Okay, we got just like
It
3
must
more
have been
questions.
yeah, she's
Play
probably
that
right.
back.
She's
Yeah,
probably got
you're
it,
gonna
you
play
know?
that back a few times,
That
I
was a
think,
cool
Joe.
one.
You have to
We'll make him
Put
a
that
module.
DVD
we'll
and
make him a
give it
module for his desktop.
you can play it over and over again.
One for you, one for him. So, did you have a chance to look at that?
I like that.
Freudian
That is
signature?
now firmly embedded in my consciousness as far as the
No,
Christ
we-
The
conspiracy goes.
circuits have been connected, have been soldered as a result.
That was
of
a
this
piece of the
meeting.
puzzle I was missing. That was good.
we haven't gone over the Flavin signature because
So I can't
we've,
ask
we've
her
been,
this
we've been too
question,
busy
right?
and you know what I want to do is talk to Acharya about how to present it. I'm really curious about.
Can I
How-
finish?
how-
Like,
Oh,
I
go-
have,
go-
I have
go
two more
ahead, go
questions,
ahead.
and
I'm sorry, I
then,
didn't mean to
and then
interrupt. I
Joe,
didn't mean
then
to
you can
interrupt.
have
Yeah.
her for the rest of your evening.
Okay.
Okay.